Good morning, everybody. Jillian Bamford here with Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. Thanks for joining me for my barre fitness class. All you're going to need today is a set of light weights, 1 to 3 pounds. If you don't have those, go ahead and grab some water bottles or soup cans, and or don't use anything at all. I'm going to use a soft Pilates ball. Maybe you have a playground ball at home or one of your kids' outdoor balls you can use. If not, any of these moves can be done without equipment. And then, of course, most importantly, something to act as stability. So you can use the back of your couch, a railing, mantle, table. If it's a chair, just make sure it's heavy enough so it gives you that stability and it's not wobbling all over the place. And that's it. Let's get going. We're going to work our upper body after our warm-up, then hit the bar, and then we'll go back to the mat, do our core work. Let's get started. So go ahead and straddle your mat. We're going to take our wider second position here. Arms are going to be extended out to second position. So you should have a nice slope. They should be slightly rounded in front of the shoulders. External rotation from those hips, and we're going to lower it down and up. Knee tracks over toes. And what I want you to make sure of here is that the shoulders stay over the hips the whole time. So we're not going into a squat as we do this. Pretend you have those panes of glass, like you're a piece of toast in a toaster, right? We're not locking up those knees on the way up. Abs are pulled in. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Drop it down. Little pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Take one long reach to those fingertips. Try and keep that shoulder down. And then back to center, plie down again, other side. Back to center, we take our plie. Hands can go on the thighs, drop the right shoulder. Then the left. Take a few here. One more each side. And then come back to center, arms come out to second. We plie, step touch. So you're going to push off, point the toe. We're already thinking about lengthening the body here. Standing nice and tall as we can. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, last one each side. Shake it off and then go ahead and bring those feet hip width. Arms are going to come up to a fifth position, slightly rounded, front of the ears. And we're going to come up high knee. Make sure those abs are contracted. And maybe you can only bring the knee right here. Maybe it's a small little march, that's fine too. I'm going to step back here. 4 more of these and then we're going to incorporate the arms. 3, 2, last one. Add in your arms. 4, 3, 2, last one. Now we're going to go twist. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to go into high kicks. So keep that hip width position. Arms slightly rounded, front of the ears. Lead with the knee, snap the foot out. And we're standing nice and tall, shoulders are down. 4 more, we're going to add in our arms. 3, 2, last one, 8 with the arms. 4, 3, 2, last one. Shake it out. Make sure you have some water available. And you're sipping the whole class. We head right down to the mat. Work those triceps. So take a seat on your mat. Tricep dips. So toes face forward. Hands come behind you, fingertips facing forward. Make sure they're behind you, not out to the side. Hands underneath the shoulders. If you need to modify, stay right here. Work against your own body weight. Otherwise, we're going to lift it up, bridge position. From here, we're going to take 10 dips. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't lock out those elbows, and make sure you have that bend. You shouldn't be dipping just the pelvis, right? Last one. Now we're going to go dip. Pop those heels up and drop them. Dip, dip, heels. Dip, heels. Dip, heels. Dip, heels. If the heel pop is too much, keep working on your regular tricep dip. 4, 3, 2, last one. Now hold, keep it up here, demi-point if you can. If not, keep them flat. We've got 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, doing great. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly drop it down. Bring that elbow behind the head, stretch out the triceps. Good morning. So we're going to flip over 60 seconds for our plank. So you can stay on your knees, forearms, or straight arm, whatever you've got to do here. Here we go. Set yourself up. Make sure those hips are tucked under, so we shouldn't have any sagging. But we shouldn't have a downward dog situation here, right? Abs are in, shoulders pulled away from the ears. Let's do this. Make sure we're not straining that neck. Halfway there. $15 seconds. Oh, my watch. 10 seconds. We got this. Stay strong. Abs are pulled in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Press back, child's pose. And then we're going to come to standing. You can go ahead and grab your weights if you're going to use them. So feet are going to be hip width. We're going to take our plie. So we're in parallel position with the feet here. So make sure those toes facing forward. We have a bend in the knee. Little tuck, so tailbones towards the floor. Abs are in. Shoulders down and back. Nice length through the crown of the head. And we're going to bring the arms in towards the waist. And bring it to 90 degrees. Little pulses. Keep those abs in. Keep that bend in the knee. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 to go. 8, 7, 6. Little pulses. 3, 2, and 1. Now we go 2 counts. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure you're not locking out those knees at the top. You have that bend. 2 counts up, 2 counts down. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to go into 1 count. All the way up, halfway down. Stop at 90. Making sure our elbows aren't splaying out. Abs are in, shoulders are down. 10 more, then we're into full extensions. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, all the way up, all the way down. Keep breathing. With control. So no swinging those arms. I know we want to get through the set. We want to have control. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring it out to the side. So elbows into the waist, arms out to the side. Little pulses. We're going to do 10 of each one. Each variation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 counts up, 2 counts down. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1 count. Here we go. Make sure you're not bringing those arms away from you. They're tucked in. 5, 4, full extensions are next to finish. 2, and 1. So we go all the way up, all the way down with control. 5, 4, 3, almost there, 2. Last one. Go ahead and put your weights down for a moment. With your palms facing away from you, gently press down on those fingertips. Other side. And then you can go ahead and pick up your weights again. Now, feel free to drop the weights anytime. So if you are using them and it gets to be too much, your form is suffering, I want you to make sure you put the weights down. So we're going to come to that wide second position, the same as our warm-up here. So external rotation, second position, shoulders down and back. Shoulders are going to stay over the hips the whole time. And we're going to plie. Goal post position here, elbow lined up with the shoulder. We extend, squeeze down. So I'm stopping right at shoulder level here. If you want to take a deeper plie, get that lower body burn a little bit more, feel free. Four more. 3, 2, hold it here, and we're going to extend it. Bring it nice and rounded, second position, into first. So if you're holding a big ball right in front of the sternum. Four more here, and then we're going to add in a plie. If you choose, if you're good right here, stay here. 3, 2, last one, bring it back to second, and then squeeze up as the arms go into first. So I'm standing nice and tall, making sure I'm not squatting back. Remember, toast in a toaster, or those panes of glass, keeping you upright. Four more. Then we're going to hold it down. 3, 2, last one, back to second, drop it down. Extend those arms to the front, we're going to row it back. And again, if you have to drop those weights, it gets to be too intense and that form is struggling, I want you to make sure that you drop them. You can always pick them up later. 4, 3, 2, bring the arms to the front. Now crisscross. Maybe sink a little bit lower in your plie if you can. Knee tracks over the toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right hand on top. Row it back. Then the left hand on top. Row. Alternate sides. Oops. And if you forget, it's all right. Just go right back into it. Do the best you can. I forget all the time. Like I just did there. 4 more. 3. Oops. 2. Last one. Bring it to the front. Finish with a crisscross. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those weights if you still have them in your hand. Bring an arm across the chest. Stretch it out. Other side. And now from here, we're going to just do quick balance work. So, heels together, toes apart. Cheerleading stance. So your lifted arm, trace that leg up, passe. So big toes towards the indent of opposite knee. You might need to keep it on the floor or keep it more towards the ankle or calf. That's fine. I want those hips shining forward, squared off, still in a rotation here. Are you ready? From our cheerleading stance, we're going to start with just the arm, abs pulled in, and this arm is just dead weight here, chilling out, isometric hold. Squeeze in, extend. Now I lightened up on my weights here because it's more difficult. You keep working. It's more difficult with the lighter weights or with the heavier weights. So even like going from 2 to 1 pound makes a big difference if you're really struggling for balance. So feel free. Also for this one, drop the weights. See if that makes a difference here. We ready to incorporate the leg? So from here, we extend, bend. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it in, and hold, drop it down, other leg. We start with just the arm. Again, if you need to modify, drop that toe, or drop that foot. Squeeze in and extend, just the arm. Keep those hips shining forward. We're nice and lengthened, so make sure we're not leaning forward. Abs are in, like it's a corset helping lengthen us, right? Oops. 4, 3, 2, hold it in. Now let's incorporate the leg. If you come out of that position, just go right back in. Ooh. See, one side is always harder. So if you're doing the modification, you can tap it down and then bring it back in. 4, 3, 2, hold it in on 1, and release, shake it off. 1 more, hitting those triceps again, and then we'll go to the bar. So heels together, toes apart, and you're gonna come to that, like you're coming back to a curtsy lunge. But I wanna make sure that that back knee only has a soft bend. It's not fully bent here. So the weight is going to be in that front leg. So I'm sending my right leg back, hinging slightly forward, abs are in, and I'm going to bring it back, kick back position. Abs pulled in. So that knee tracking over the toe. Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get ready to pulse it out. 3, 2, keep it extended. Little pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Squeeze it in. 4 more, and then we're going to reverse it. Reverse clap. 3, 2, and 1. Now flip those hands over. Squeeze in and out. Like you're wading through water, treading through water with those hands. And if this position gets to be too much, you can come to a little first position plie or parallel plie here. All right, almost there. 1 more set, kickbacks. Abs are in, hips are squared off. 4, 3, 2, extend it out, little pulses here. And then if you want to take it up a notch, really sink that weight into that front leg a little bit more, pulse it up. Ooh. Pulse the arm and the leg at the same time. Small movement. 4, 3, 2, hold. And then come back to it. We got to do the other side. So heels square, toes apart. Send that left leg back. Kick back position. And that front knee tracking over the toe. Five more. And then we're going to pulse. 4, 3, 2, extend it out, little press here. Pulse it out. So in those kickbacks, I forgot to mention, usually I could say it in my sleep. We want to make sure that the elbow acts like a hinge. So the top part of the arm doesn't move and we're not flying away with the arms, right? Little pulses. Now we're going to squeeze in. 8, 7, 6, 5. Reverse is next. 3, 2, squeeze it in. So remember, now we're going to put backs of the hands towards each other. Squeeze. Push out. Whew, are you feeling it? Almost there. 4, 3, 2, last one. Kickbacks again, so elbow acts like a hinge. Ooh. And if you come out of the balance, that's fine. Go right back into it. Or come to that parallel position if you need to. 4, 3, 2, keep that extension, little pulse. If you want to add the little pulse with the leg too, you can do that. Keep it with control. Hips stay squared, abs stay pulled in. If you're good right here, then stay here. My foot's only coming just a little bit off the floor here. 4, 3, 2, hold, and release. Go ahead and put your weights down. Stretch everything out. Figure 4. Other side. Maybe you need a quick quad stretch here. Shoulder. Other side. And then tricep. So if you need to go get your stable surface to use as your bar, you can go ahead and do that now. Move my mat out of the way. Grab that water when you need it. So we're going to start nice and tall here. So I want you to bring those feet in to a nice tight parallel. So heels and toes are touching. Thighs are zipped up. Abs are pulled in. Shoulders down and back. We're nice and lengthened through the crown of the head. Rib cage closed off like a corset. Gentle press on the bar. We're just going to start with a calf raise, or as we like to call an elevate. So we lift and lower. Lift and lower. First set at a slower pace here. Make sure we got it down. If this is too much to go all the way up, only lift up halfway. Take a little baby calf raise. You're still going to feel it. How we doing? Remember, we're nice and tall so that chest isn't pressing in. Like we have a string, right? Keeping us nice and tall. On your next one, I want you to hold it at the top. Take a balance. And then we're going to take another set. Nice and quicker. Or faster, whatever you want to say. Gentle press on the bar. We're ready to speed it up. Double time, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. One more time with the balance. Slowly drop it down, quick calf stretch. We're going to dive right in to our high parallel plie series here. That's not the last of the calf raises. We're going to do those again in first position. All right. So heels the other toes apart. If you need to modify the plie, keep the feet flat. Otherwise, everything in, right? Pulled in, shoulders down and back, rib cage laced up, thighs, feet. We lift up, and we're doing a high parallel plie. So we're only going to lower down about 1 inch here. So we have some nice high stilettos here, little tuck. So I just want the tailbone towards the floor, shoulders in line with the hips, pulling up on the front of the abs. Little pulses here. So I'm not straightening the legs all the way. Little pulses. And I'm only showing you from the side just so you can see a different angle, since I can't correct your form. So if you need to be facing the bar, don't worry about that. That's how we normally set it up anyway. 4 more here. Then we're going to go into the lunges. 3, 2, hold. And then drop it down. Extend the right leg back. So I'm just going to move this over here so you can see a little bit better. So you want that front knee lined up with the ankle. Back knee lined up with the hip. Hips are squared. Chest is lifted. So make sure we're not leaning towards the bar here. Shoulders over the hips again. Little pulses. Whew. 3, 2, hold it here. Now midline squeeze. So that back knee squeezes in, 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 in. 4, 3, 2, last one. Last set here, then we'll switch sides. Option to releve with that foot, the front foot. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe take a little stretch here. And then we're back into those high parallel plies. Bring everything in. We lift up. Plie down 1 inch. Little tuck, abs are in. Little pulses. Three, 2, and 1. Now we lift up, drop it down. Left leg. Lunge position. Again, make sure you're aligned here. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down. Oh, this is my tighter side. Midline squeeze. So that back knee, little squeeze in, in. Whew. How you doing? Keep going. 4 more. And then option, releve the front foot, little pulses to finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And then walk it back up. Stretch out those quads. Woo. Other side. So now, if you have your Pilates ball, another set of elevates here. Grab your ball between the thighs, above the knees. So I'm in my second position, or my first position, but obviously it's more like hip width here as opposed to here. So if you don't have your ball, bring everything in. Shoulders down and back, abs are in. We're just gonna lift, lower, lift, lower. And if you are using a ball and it gets too much, your form is suffering, drop it down. Also with the reps, it's all about form. You're gonna get results from form, not from doing a million reps all the time with the wrong form or wrong alignment, right? So just think about that. Don't be ashamed to take lesser reps or put the weights down. You will get there. 4 more here, we're gonna hold it at the top. 3, 2, hold it here. See if you can take your balance. Hands back on the bar, little squeezes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those heels. Now we're gonna lift, flex the right foot, and squeeze. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Four more. 3, 2, hold it here. 8 little squeezes, now we'll switch sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. From here, we're gonna lift and squeeze. Flex that foot, lift and squeeze. I set you up wrong. I don't know what the heck I was doing on the other side. This is an oldie but a goodie. Not sure what happened there, but keep your foot flexed. Don't want to hurt your ankle there. Whew. I knew that didn't feel right. I'm like, wait a minute. Getting my wires crossed up in here. Whew. 4 more, and then we're going to squeeze at the top. 2. Last one. Keep it lifted. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Woo! From here, extend one leg back, stretch it out. Then from here, I'm going to step on my ball in first position this time. So you can come into just a regular first position. So start in parallel, rock back on those heels, natural first position, external rotation from the hips. And I'm just going to step on my ball in my first position. So my heels are still kissing. If you don't have the ball, as you lift up, walk the heels together. Plie down about 2 inches, little tuck. So you want to make sure you're not here. So plie down 2 inches, little tuck. So you just want the tailbone towards the floor, pulling up through the front of the abs, shoulders lined up with the hips, little pulses here. Stay with me, knee tracks over the toes. Whew. 4, 3, 2, and hold. Retuck if you need it. See if you can balance. and release. Then we're back into it. Now we're going to do a little knee pulse, so make sure you do your little tuck. Press it back. It's small. Back, 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 back. Stay with me. I'm going to come over here a little bit closer so you can make sure you're on point with your form. Press, 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 press. So we're not forward and back. Press, press. Tiny press, back. 4, 3, 2, let me get back to the ball. Now, with the ball, we're going to go into heel pushes to finish. If you don't have the ball, you can just do alternating. Otherwise, we're going to press, press, heels into the ball, press, press. Maybe sink a little bit lower. Whew. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, oh dear, 3, 2, hold it. Balance if you can, sink a little lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, I'm shaking. 3, 2, and 1. Release it, get your ball out of the way. Stretch out those quads. Now we're going to go into arabesque before we hit our ab series. So, if you have any lower back problems, let me move this closer so you can see it first. You can stack your forearms or come up right here. Otherwise, I'm going to bring it back to a nice stable tabletop. So abs are pulled in, flat back. Hips lined up with those ankles, heels together, toes apart, first position. I want you to tandu the right leg back. Hips are squared towards the floor, so make sure you're not opening as I fall over here. Soft bend in that knee. It's not locked out, but it's not fully bent, unless you want to take it up a notch. So we have that right foot pointed back here. We're going to lift, squeeze those glutes. As we lift the leg, it should land right behind the hip. So not out to the side or at a diagonal, behind the hip. Just a few little lifts here, and then we'll dig in. I want you to get the feel for it. So from this angle, stays behind the hip. I'm using my glutes there. You should feel that glute activation at the top. One modification, decrease that range of motion. Good rule of thumb, anytime we're doing a lift like that, take it down a notch, little lifts, because you don't want to be straining your back or your form is going to be compromised if you actually can't lift your leg that high and you're trying to, right? Something else is going to take over to counteract that. We ready to pulse it at the top? Little pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze those glutes, hold it here. And we're going to go into a plie with the supporting leg, knee tracks over the toe. Little pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Now you can either straighten the knee or keep it here if you want more of a challenge. We're going to tap one side of the supporting leg, little lift in the center, tap the other side. So essentially what our rainbow looks like here, cross over, other side. So you're either making like a My Little Pony rainbow, Rainbow Bright, whatever, I love the 80s references, that big arc, right? Or almost like a capital A. Four more, we switch sides. Last side of the bar. Upper body stable, abs are in. 2 more. Last one each side. And then come back, take a little tabletop here. Tabletop stretch. And then the left leg comes out, hips are squared off. We lift and lower to start. Get ourselves warmed up here. So it's a nice and controlled lift, so don't go past your range of motion. Don't want to sway back, arch back, anything like that. You should feel that glute activation. Ready to go into pulses? Hips are squared, abs are in. So we shouldn't be here, right? And we don't want to be curved either. Flat back. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Plie that supporting leg. Make sure that knees line up over the toe. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. You can either keep it bent or straighten. And we've got our little rainbows or our crossovers. So remember, as we lift, should be behind the hip. Tap over one side, little lift. You got this. You're doing great. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully you're doing this and you can't write back to me right now. But let me know after class how you were doing. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1 more each side. And then bring it up. First position. Let that head hang. And then walk it up, take a figure 4. Other side. And then you can lift it up, go through the stretches again. Hit those quads. You guys are doing great. Slay at home is one of my favorite phrases. Or social fitnessing, that's another favorite. All right, grab a drink. Take any stretches that you feel like you need right now, and then we're gonna go ahead and head to the mat. Home stretch, we got this. All right, we ready? We're gonna head down to the mat. Remember that water. Slowly come down, back to the mat, and we're gonna lift our legs up. 90 degrees, abs are pulled in, shoulders are down, arms come by our sides. And from here, if you need to modify, you can go ahead, make a little triangle, put it right underneath the pelvis here. So we're gonna go from 90 to 45 in our double leg lift here. Abs are in. So I want you to make sure navel's in towards the spine. And if I came up to you, I can't put my fingers underneath your back. Your back's not arching up. So just 45 to 90. So we're not taking a reverse crunch here either. Exhale at the top. Remember that breath. It's so easy to forget. We get lost in the hard work. Forget our breath sometimes. So if you can go lower without that back arching off the mat, go for it. Let's take 8 more. Make sure the abs are doing the work, not the legs. Doing great. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it here. Curl head of your shoulders up, pulse to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, you got 2 options. We're going to do a little crunch, oblique twist here. So you can drop one leg to 45 or keep it planted into the mat. Other leg stays at 90, and you're going to bring opposite elbow to the knee. So you're going to go up and over. Not just over. Up and over. Or we're there with the 45, right? Working on one side right now. So again, take that modification if you need it. Keep the elbows wide. Keep breathing. And if you feel like your form is suffering and you need to plant that foot, go ahead and do it. You're doing great. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring the legs up. Switch it out or switch. Other side. Here we go. So up and over. Inhale, exhale. Get that little up and over. You'll really feel the difference here. Last 8. 4, 3, give it all you got, don't give up now. Last one. You can go ahead and give yourself a little squeeze. And now we're going to bring the legs up. So lower 1, 45. Pulse, 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 pulse. Stay with me. We got this. Abs are in. Give me 10 more here. We got this. Last 5, 4, 3. Don't give up now. You got one more exercise after this. Last one. Slowly drop the head. Bring those knees in. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe stir the legs around, massage that back, and then other direction. Awesome job. This time, we're going to go in to our side plank. I'm going to have you take a figure 4 stretch before we flip over and finish. This is a great opportunity. Thread the arms through the legs. And just bring that leg slightly towards you. Hold it here. See if you can line up the heel over the knee in this position from the mat. And switch. Feet are flexed. All right, one more here. Side plank each side and our work is done. So we're gonna add, well, it's optional of course. It's always optional to take it down a notch or take it up a notch. I like to give you that option. So we're going to start shoulder lined up, forearm parallel to the mat, hips stay stacked. So you can extend the legs here, full position. I like to keep that top leg extended, bottom knee bent. You can also do this on your knees. So you want to make sure that hip is lifted, hips are stacked, everything's pulled in. And then I will add the extra something something here. Let me get a timer on. We're going to do this for 1 minute. 30-second hold, and then I'll give you the option to spice it up here. So watch out for that shoulder. Press it down. And if you need to just take a minute, not a minute, that's the whole time we're doing this exercise, but you need to take a moment and then just come right back in. Are you ready? So, 30 seconds left. We're going to curve under, thread the arm through, back up. Keep that hip lifted here. Thread it through and lift. This is too much. You can hold it here or add that little pulse at the top. You've got, had to move my arm here. 10 more seconds. Then we got just the other side and we're done. 5. 1 more. Hold. And release. Shake it out. 1 more side. And then we are done. Don't give up now. You worked hard to get to this space. Oops. Get my watch, my timer up again here. So again, if you need to be on your knees, straight leg, or what usually works best for me, bottom knee bent. Oops. Make sure that shoulder lined up over the elbow. So we got 1 minute here. So you also have the option, you can lift a leg, or if you want to do the threading that whole time, you can do that too. I want those hips to stay lifted as you thread. So make sure that they're not dropping as you do that. Whew. 5 seconds. I'm slipping, starting to get warm here. We ready? Thread it through, or you can hold it here or add your little pulses. Whatever works for you. $15 seconds. Hips stay lifted here, so make sure you're not dropping. Oh, this keeps turning off here. All right, you are done. From here, lower down, and just press back, child's pose. From here, go ahead and walk those fingertips over to one side, make it a half circle. And then walk it through back to center, other side. And back to center. We're going to come to a tabletop position. You're going to bring the right leg forward, hands frame the foot, and you can either keep it here, keep the opposite knee here, or extend it back, plank position. And you can add in your twist if it's comfortable. If it's too intense, come right back to center. This should feel good, not painful. So take that stretch down a notch if you need it. And then slowly back to center. Bring that leg back to meet the other one. Other side. Oops, I'm slipping here. I gotta get back on my mat. Stay in your stretch. It's coming out of my mat here. Trying to be in the shop, but my mat's out of the shop. Add in your twist. If it's comfortable for you, if it's too intense, this is my tighter side. And take it halfway or back to the start. Slowly bring that leg back to meet the other one. And then we're going to swing it around, coming to a seated position. Bottoms of the feet together. We're nice and tall. Grab the tops of the toes with the ankles. Elbows towards the thigh. Deep inhale. And then exhale, fold over the feet. And then from here, extend the left leg. Bring that right foot in. We're gonna keep a lateral flexion here, side to side, reaching through those fingertips, making sure our shoulder isn't coming up. Slowly back to center, extend the other leg. Right leg comes in. I'm going to scooch over. Never can seem to fully be in the shot here. And then back to center, extend the other leg. Both legs extended. Flex the feet if it feels comfortable. Rock that pelvis slightly forward, lowering down on your forearms. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper in the stretch. Maybe you're good right where you are. If it's not comfortable to flex the feet, you can go ahead and point them or just keep them relaxed. Walk those fingertips back in, and we're going to slowly come to standing. When we get to the top, if this is what you need, if not, you can hold off, do something else. Reach for the floor, straight legs. Maybe shake your head no and yes. If it's comfortable, interlace those fingers behind you. Let the arms fall naturally. And then with a small bend in the knee, use those arms to pull yourself up. At the top, we press that fist down, gaze towards the ceiling. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Being kind to ourselves. And then we'll come to our final plie. So come to your wider second position. So those heels should be just past hip width. We plie, second position arms, and then you can go ahead and bring it right in. Hand to the heart. Option to releve with the feet. If that's not in the cards for you, keep them flat. I'm just going to take one more moment here before we end to reflect on how we carved this time out to ourselves, for ourselves. And how grateful we are, how well our body holds us. Awesome job. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next week.